I'd like to talk with you about recent evidence we've collected regarding the lack of demographic diversity in the arbitrator and mediator profession and what we in the Scheinman Institute and the ILR School are doing to try and remedy that deficiency. We've been conducting a survey of arbitrators and mediators that are members of the National Academy, NAA, with the support of the Research and Education Fund of the NAA. This survey updates surveys that have been done in the past uh, by ILR scholars Alex Colvin and Dave Lipsky, even earlier than the survey update Alex did. In any case, they and lots of people had noticed the lack of demographic diversity in the profession. And so, with the support of the NAA, we surveyed their membership, and the results confirm the lack of diversity, unfortunately. Just simply, what the data show is that 94% of all the NAA members in the US and Canada, there are about 500 of those members, 94% of them are white. Only 3% are black, 3% are Hispanic. With regard to the male female issue and the lack of diversity there, our survey shows that only 20% of current NAA members are women. Now, it's also interesting to note that in our survey, we asked the NAA members if they think the lack of diversity in their profession is a problem and is worthy of attention and remedial action by the NAA and others. And an overwhelming majority of them do. So they see it as a problem as well as perceived by those of us who are not NAA members as an issue. So what are we doing about it? Well, one thing we're doing is with the NAA, the ILR school is planning a conference that'll occur in April 2023 that'll bring together the relevant parties that hire mediators and arbitrators and then train them and prepare them to discuss what we all can do to reverse this problem, to basically increase the diversity within the profession. We've already begun to meet with both a planning committee and an advisory committee for that conference. The advisory committee includes representatives of all these relevant organizations that, again, make use of arbitrators and mediators, the American Arbitration Association, for example, the National Mediation Board, JAMS, and a number of other key organizations have agreed to participate as advisors to us to help us prepare for this conference, but even more importantly, to prepare solutions, recommendations, so when we get to the conference to be held again in New York City in April 2023, we won't start from scratch. We'll be able to make real concrete progress articulating steps that can be taken to diversify the profession. I might also add that the ILR School has a key fundamental role in the training of arbitrators and mediators through many of the courses and professional development programs we run. In addition, we train undergraduates and graduate students who go on to pursue arbitration and mediation as a profession. You know, I'm very proud of the fact that there is substantial diversity among the undergraduate students at ILR. We're the most diverse college when it comes to demographic diversity at Cornell, with about a third of our students being underrepresented minority. And in addition, we have a substantial diversity among our grad students. So at that early stage, we're certainly serving a role we want to enhance and improve upon in getting students aware of this field and prepared so they can go on for further training that would enable them to become active arbitrators and mediators. And one last thing I want to mention is we at ILR have had a program that developed two specific cohorts of arbitrators and mediators. The first cohort in 2009, the second in 2011. It's called the Arbitrator Development Program. Marty Scheinman was a key participant in that program. It combined instruction from practicing arbitrators and mediators, the practitioners, but also from several us academics. And again, we had 2 cohorts with about 20 students in each of them. We're considering launching a 3rd cohort, one that might start in the fall of 2023. And the purpose is both to further develop people to be arbitrators and mediators, but to build upon the very issue I was just talking about, to have a diverse student body in that 3rd cohort of the Arbitrator Development Program, to make another contribution by ILR to adding more diversity to the arbitrator-mediator profession. So stay tuned. We'll be reporting more elaborately on the findings of our most recent survey. We'll be reporting on the preparation for this 3rd cohort program. And then, of course, we'll be involved in the preparation and conduct of the April 2023 conference, bringing together parties and developing a real action agenda to address this matter. Thanks a lot.